sir. Monday Night Football, baby. Print Factory is live at 3 p.m. on a Monday. We got Big T in the building. We got the Prez in the building over here. And we were having a nice little spirited conversation here about the playoff situation, the AFC specifically, and how some of these teams, Bengals, Colts, Browns, Bills, they're all in the mix of things. And Tony, you were talking about how, it kind of stinks for the Bills a little bit because they are technically boxed out as of now. But I don't know about you, but it's one of those situations where one of these teams is going to have to lose out to a bad football. Like one of them has to have a bad loss because they are light on the records. Like the Bengals have a nice schedule coming up. So do the Bills. I haven't checked the Browns. I wonder if the Browns have some tough games.
I mean, the Browns play the Bengals one of the games, and the Steelers play the Bengals. So the good thing is a lot of these teams at least play each other.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But talk about it a little bit because you were saying how once it go if they're all tied at the end, once it goes to conference record at the end of the season.
I mean, so you look at it, and obviously the Ravens. I mean, they're 11-3, and
they're
should be the one. But I'm just looking like. Who else is it? So even the Browns are in second. So really the Ravens have the division locked, even though it's not. So they'll be the one. I think they play do they play the Dolphins too? I think they play do they play the Dolphins?
I don't know. I'll check while you talk. I'll check.
Yeah, I think they do. Or at least the Dolphins play the Bills for sure too. So a lot of these teams
they do. The Dolphins get the Cowboys, Ravens, Bills.
A lot of these teams play each other is the good thing. And the Bills need to keep winning for us to get in. The Bengals schedule is great. So the Bengals need to just win and they're in because they play Pittsburgh and Cleveland and the Chiefs, I know. So, I mean, a lot of these teams still just control their own fate. Just win and you're in. I mean, even Buffalo. If Buffalo wins out, they're getting in. Like, they're not missing at. What would they be? 11-6.
They'd be 11-6. If
anyone's 11-6, they're getting in. Like I can't see any of these teams not in at 11-6. But
what if they're all
10-7? It gets a little bit hairier at that 10-7 number. Yeah, I gotta actually look at the schedules though.
And you said the Browns and the Bengals for sure play each other in that stretch.
Yeah, the last week of the year they play in Cincy. That could be a playing game, honestly.
Yeah, that's huge. That could actually matter a lot.
What was weird because we got all these Buffalo 50-1 bets from the Print Factory a few weeks ago, and the odds went lower this week, even though they had a big win. Like not much lower, but a little bit lower. Yep. And it's because the Browns got kind of a lucky victory. I mean, not lucky, but they easily could have lost.
Oh, they could have lost.
Now they're 9-5. So basically, one of those teams is guaranteed to be in Cleveland or Cincy. Whoever wins. Probably that last game or whoever. So that, I mean, then you're talking. There's only two other spots left. The Colts are who should not get in. I mean, the Colts just lost or did they win? Who'd they play? Oh, they played Pittsburgh.
No, right? Yeah, they played Pittsburgh. They looked terrible in the beginning.
Absolutely blows. Blows.
But I agree with you though. They're the worst team out of the four that we're talking about.
Suck too. Like those two 7-7 teams suck.
Broncos killed my heart. They're not getting in.
They suck, though. Like, all jokes aside, I know we joke about you love. They're just not good. They suck. Like, they're just not good. I don't.
Did you see Sean Payton absolutely rip into Russell Wilson? I mean, I mean, it looked like one of those high school football coaches just digging into one of the kids, like just absolutely shredding this. When was the last time you think someone shredded up Russell Wilson like that?
Besides his wife every night?
Well, yeah, that don't count. That's his own home. I mean, come on.
It's probably been a minute.
Probably been a long time. So that was wild to see, though. And then they asked him about it.
Uncle T slide in on you. The Packers did fall apart.
Get out of here, Uncle T. You still like the Eagles. Get the fuck out of here.
He does like the Eagles.
Unbelievable.
This has got to be the longest it's gone without Prez saying a word. Look at him. He's just waiting in the wing. He's thinking about that jump shot he hit.
He said, I wonder what Prez is thinking about. He looks in deep thought.
He's thinking about that jump shot and if it went in or out, if the dress is purple or green.
Tony, I think what he's doing is he's saving his word count.
Yes.
See, we haven't started the actual showdown talk, so he's saving his word count for the showdown. I know what he's doing. I see it. I figured it out. Am I wrong?
Of course, you dummies. because it's like all you 1 o'clock games with on the lead with no PMR left. I saved all my PMR and I'm just going to come for you with all my words. You guys talk and talk for 14 minutes.
5 minutes.
Look at him. He's even saying very few words when he finally speaks, Tony.
He tried to say it was 14 minutes, though. We got an active clock on the top left. It says less than 6 minutes. He's over-exaggerating. He's trying to overplay his hand. It's not going to work on a Monday.
No, I did not open the box from the garage yet. I know what it is, though. It's literally a chair. Literally a chair. I know what it is.
I'm curious as to who sent it.
Unboxing.
I am a little curious as to who sent it, but
every package in America has a return address.
I understand that, but I got to
just went over this though. I got a present in the mail. You weren't on yet.
Yeah, it
doesn't have a return address. Not everything does, because it had the place that shipped from was the return address.
What is it?
It was just a gift card for me.
From who?
But I don't know from who. There wasn't a name on it. That's what I'm saying.
I get shit all. I get nothing. Nothing.
Maybe
I get a chair. Tony gets a gift card to a nice restaurant, and Wiley gets to make a jump shot from I don't even know how far back.
I tried to make 2 shots before the show. They did not go in, so at least I'm honest about that. But I'm still pretty frustrated that you don't believe they went in after multiple here's what I'm most frustrated at. You know what? You know who the biggest legitimate troll on earth is? Because we've had throwdown fights over the years. I mean, he will get right in my skull because he knows how mad I'll get. We fought about turkey versus chicken, which meat is better, for 4 days.
How could anyone like turkey more than chicken?
I mean, that's not even a question.
I acknowledge
you better not have been on the turkey side, Prez.
No,
I was on the turkey side.
No. Turkey over chicken?
I get it.
Turkey over chicken? Oh my.
But Nathan,
I eat chicken every day. I don't even know. I don't know what I would do without chicken.
Prez eats chicken more than you.
Oh.
Turkey.
But Nathan clearly saw the ball go in. He was right there. But he has to play this troll devil's advocate. He's like, somebody say it didn't.
Who?
Huh? Nathan. He was here that night. He saw the ball go in.
Yeah, but even if you can see it, it's tough to see with the brick backdrop. I mean, that's why you thought I was 0 for 300 or whatever you said, even though 18 of them went in.
You were 0 for 300.
Oh, God.
I saw it in the video replay. I saw it go in. I'm on press side.
I'm wrong.
Now that's a good response, Corey Holt.
What do you say? Corey Holt.
He likes dry.
Corey Holt will not be addressed for another hour. So 4:18 we'll talk. I'm going to talk to Corey Holt again. I did get something in the mail today from Twitter follower Chef Perm. He gave me 2 elite pens. It's hard to see and focus on. I don't know what they are, but it's
what is on it?
Is
that
like
winner?
You said you didn't get anything. You got an elite pen. Tony got a gift card. I got a chair, and you got an elite pen.
These are rare and elite.
Yeah. See,
what's the writing on it though? Is those the winners for tonight?
It's Chinese script, so I don't know. But
if we can get your voice thing on the phone, and it'll give us the winners for tonight.
2 elite pens. I wanted to give you credit today. They are elite pens.
Chicken. You were not.
Now everyone's going against you.
We gotta stop for a second. You were seriously Team Turkey? What was your reasoning?
I thought it was more of an elite meat.
Oh,
I admit I was wrong.
Wait, why? Because you only get it on, mainly only get it on that one holiday.
There's a reason you only get it on the one holiday.
No, it's like you fancy fucks always making fun of my supercuts, which I went there today and I took a photo of myself in the chair.
Where?
Yeah, where is
supercuts?
it?
You guys,
the picture.
You didn't send it to us. We have a group message. You didn't send it to us.
I got distracted. I'm sorry. You'll say it's AI or something that it's
and
not.
Your hair is identical to yesterday.
Yeah, you got to keep
what they cut.
Tony, this is how rich the Prez is. The Prez probably had someone put up supercut sign somewhere, get in the chair, write supercut.
Yeah, when he turns the camera, it's going to be the supercut signs.
Yeah, and then they just take it off after. You know what I mean? That's That's how rich Prez is.
Supercuts every Monday. Supercuts every Monday. I wanted to give you credit. Turkey over chicken has to be a fireable offense. True, Corey, but I'm unfireable. Boom.
Chicken is
both are true.
The only people that eat more chicken than me are these two right here, anyways.
Prez paid $20 to take a pic and sit and leave. That's probably
I can see him doing that because his hair has.
I can see Prez doing this. I can see Prez
amount of hair you had yesterday.
I can see Prez hitting the shot without the camera. I have absolutely done everything you said I wouldn't do. I showed an Amex receipt from Supercuts. It's not enough.
That doesn't. Yeah, your hair is. I wish we could put your picture from yesterday next to you today. It would be identical.
It's impossible. Hang on 1 second. Hello.
Oh, you're answering.
Oh,
is it Supercuts?
This is busy. This is busy stuff right here. He even went on mute. Hey, Tony, while he's on mute, I just want to say thanks for the extra 1,700 in my account for the old Isaiah Likely first touchdown bet.
No, that was
a good little bet.
Schools.
If you were members, or you watched the free show yesterday, you would have got that bet from Mr. Big T.
It was nice too because I didn't do that great in the showdown, so it was nice to get a bunch back last night.
I thought you liked him in captain. Didn't you like?
I did. I mean, I did fine. I didn't get clean, but I didn't. When you don't win and when you don't ship in showdown, you don't do that good.
I made a rule last night in showdown. Well, I didn't make a rule. Excuse me. I eliminated Gus Edwards, which was stupid, but I thought his price was bad.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. He just
and then which I never do. I just removed Agnew because I thought he's going to have a 0 line. And when he scored the touchdown, that was adios, 170-1. But I tell you this, I was going to give you credit. Here's what I wanted to say.
I forget if Taysom did anything.
The flow chart was clutch yesterday. What did we say yesterday, Sunday? Njoku, perfect spot, great price, smashed. McCaffrey, not much of a stretch, but he did his thing and smashed. One of the Green Bay receivers got there late. Reed got there late, smashed. That was the build. The problem was my pick, Hopkins, didn't do anything. Tennessee showed itself to be not good yesterday.
Hopkins was missionary only. We should have listened to missionary only.
Okay, you got everything right then. Cup.
No, there was some wrong on there. Every dude's on the chart, so they weren't all right. There's plenty wrong in there.
Cup did his thing. One of Cup and Nakua, and even Demarcus Robinson. He got a touchdown, I think.
Yeah.
Everything
Noah Brown might have been the best play of the day. Your boy.
Here were the big problems with our builds because I went heavy into Elliott. Zeke Elliott sucked. Derrick Henry
sucked for sure.
Derrick Henry sucked. The running backs were terrible. Barkley, I played a little bit of him, sucked.
Oh yeah, he killed me.
I should have played Rashad White.
He ripped my lineups up too.
Lost with because I wanted it to be very clear that I thought he was the worst play of the day. So I'm actually happy you guys lost with him.
You're welcome, Josh. He ripped my lineups up on Sunday too. Absolutely did.
You guys just he was at the very
You
bottom.
played Zeke. I don't want to hear it. And I told you
is
I blame him for Zeke.
If a guy is literally at the bottom of the flow chart, it's just tough.
You were right on Saquon. I was wrong. You were wrong on Zeke, though. I want to hear that. You were
Zeke.
You said you love Zeke.
You what?
I played McCaffrey and Rashad. I played McCaffrey, Kyron. How many guys? What? If you would have watched the Up to Lock show, you would have heard me.
You said he's going to
sorry. I had my nephew's birthday party. I couldn't watch the Up to Lock show.
You sound like a member now.
I couldn't get my second thoughts, Big T's second thoughts on the other show.
I said McCaffrey was the best play of the week. I loved Kyron, Rashad White. I mean,
So you changed your mind between the shows.
I was never coring. Zeke was never in my core or anything. He was in my player pool.
I need to clarify that next time.
I'm not saying I didn't. I did like Zeke. I'm taking an L for Zeke. I liked Zeke, but I didn't like him. He wasn't in my top 4. Where did I rank him in my rankings?
I have
probably
no
still
idea.
up.
Oh, they're definitely still up.
I bet I had him ranked 6th or 7th.
I played 71 Kraft lineups as tight end.
Yeah, he was my 6th ranked running back, Zeke.
So you learned during the show.
But I was never playing him and I was wrong about Antonio Gibson. He sucked. So I mean, I wasn't right. I'm not saying I was right about everything. I'm just saying some of the Saquon was.
I was definitely wrong on. I think I was wrong on every running back on the slate except for
McKinnon, right? You got McKinnon, right?
Oh, McKinnon, yeah, McKinnon
threw a touchdown. McKinnon threw a touchdown.
CMC were the only ones that I got right on the whole slate.
I will say this. That because we finished the show around 12. And by the time you do all your rules and projections and then build in Sabersim a few times, it's 12:58 before you know it. And then I looked at Waddle and I'm like, why is this not a lock play? I just didn't have enough time to do it. But he was 4% owned or 6% owned.
Waddle was the best player. I'll say it, and it's not because he caught the long touchdown, because I said it before that. I told my son in the car. He was like 5%. Him at 5% without Tyreek is the best play of the day.
At 7-2 or 7-4, whatever it was.
No doubt. And I didn't play him that much, so it's not because I play. He was the best play of the day if you played Waddle. He was a very, very, very good play.
The Jaguars are terrible, by the way.
They were so pathetic.
Tonight. Okay, let's look at tonight. Here's tonight. So I've gone through this. I've done.
Started tight end.
Started this tight end. I like tight end tonight. In fact, tight end is a very curious spot tonight.
I saw what you had circled on that flow chart for tonight.
Well, I also have the projections up. These are custom and elite to RPS members only.
I do love how you print that stuff because that's up my alley. I love printing that stuff. You don't got one of these notepads yet, though. Right here, Prez.
Ooh, those are nice.
There you go, Mitch.
Nice.
There's literally no one that loves the Ravens more than like Snyder. They suck. Put more money on it, Snyder. As much as you want. You can have the Ravens for unlimited. They suck. Get some more cheese, Snyder.
The best is going to be when the Ravens get like the 1 or 2 seed and have to play the Bills in the first or second round or whatever.
Give them the 1 seed. They need it. They suck.
Yeah, and they're going to have to play the Bills in the second round.
Get in there. No, none of this. And this is what Mitch does too. Oh, the line's this. No, ball up. Get on your team. You stroke to them all day. Get some money on it.
I mean, the Ravens will be favored by – they're going to be at home. If they're the 1 seed, they're going to be favored by, whatever on every – like, they're going to be –
the Bills go in there. Obviously. They will not be favored by more than a field goal to the Bills or
Miami. Oh, no, they won't be. But I'm just saying, like, for Mitch, it's like just get in there and say, I like the Ravens to win. You
love your team. They're the best team. So why does it matter if you got – 225 and it's at 215 or whatever the excuse is.
Let me tell you right now, Lamar sucks ass when it comes to throwing the football. I don't care what anyone says. Literally,
but he can throw it 80 yards and 100 yards before his shoulder injury and whatever else they were telling me on the broadcast.
He's great when it comes to scrambling and making a play when shit hits the fan. But just as a quarter, I don't know how people can watch Lamar and be like, that dude's an amazing quarterback. No, he's an amazing athlete. There's a difference.
Mitch needs to change his undies after he plays.
I just want to say my word count is way lower than both of you today.
That's because
of course it is, because you didn't talk for the first 6 minutes.
This is what he does, though. This is like when Kobe got mad at the coach and he's like, I'm just not shooting tonight. Like, that doesn't count. You can't just not shoot on purpose.
I like that analogy. That was good.
Thanks.
He compared me to Kobe.
He got better. So maybe he doesn't suck. He's just shit. My bad. Like he got a little better. He's still not good. I don't want to hear he's good. Like he's not. I don't know how you can watch that game yesterday and say they shouldn't have won by 40.
No way. No chance they're winning a Super Bowl. 0%.
Zero.
They're going to need everybody to get injured. Half the division already got injured. Maybe the other half can get injured. Maybe Josh Allen will go down next week.
They're not winning the Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter. So.
Wait. Fuck. I hate when you don't prick. There you go. I think I got a better lifetime field goal percentage.
Yeah, and people didn't notice this, but when you shot it, you just whispered like Kobe. as it went in.
Did he say Kobe and
He whispered it, though. You got to replay it and really slow it down, and you'll hear
it's
Kobe.
interesting how people when they shoot say Kobe or NBA,
No, you know what I always say?
AI. They don't say anyone else's name. They just say Kobe, MJ,
No. That's incorrect.
Ask anyone that's ever said AI, to be fair, but yes.
Are you serious? I used to be in my backyard doing crossovers going, the answer.
Yeah, you're the one.
Oh, no, there was way more than me.
No,
Allen Iverson's way bigger than you think. Even players love Allen Iverson way more than you think. They looked up to him.
Ask anyone here. Whenever I shoot, I always say Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce.
I love how he says Paul Pierce. Even nobody says LeBron when they shoot. They all say all these other guys. It's so amazing. I love it.
And no matter what happens to the ball, everyone here is like, "Great shot, boss." Great shot, boss.
Great shot.
Ryan was on the phone just a second ago. Ryan, and I shot a paper wad and it missed a trash can by a million miles. And he goes, "Great shot, boss." He was on the phone with his mom.
I want to know what's the ghost say.
I don't know. Ghost has been kind of quiet lately.
Yeah, quiet.
Oh yes,
because you left the door open.
That's never good, Wiley. I'll just say that you're in for a bad night one of these nights. It's never good.
Hurts is playing. He's going to play, so he's fine. Someone asked that question earlier. My thing is, unlike other slates, let's say Chiefs, for example, there's so many options for that can score a touchdown on the Chiefs. As an example, 6 wide receivers. You got McKinnon, CEH never scoring, Kelsey. But here tonight, you have got a very consolidated 90% plus of snaps, 98% of snaps, wide receivers who print. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and on the Seattle side, Lockett, but mostly DK Metcalf. So it's rules night, baby. It is a rules night.
It's a rules night, with all these receivers, making sure you have one
of A.J. Brown Smith is on the final lineup. 2 of Smith, Brown, Hurts, Goddard type builds. I think, you get cute with some of this stuff and you nail everything else and you miss 1 or 2 spots where it was an obvious play. Like A.J. Brown plays every snap, basically. So does Devontae Smith. I think the Eagles, much like Detroit, I think maybe people a little too high on Seattle's side. I think the Eagles come back tonight and show everyone who they are, which is shit. It's Drew Lock. It's Drew Lock.
It is. And Drew Lock's not great, but is he good enough, Tony, to have a serviceable game here?
17 points. He's good for 17 points. He could be on the winner easily.
I think that's what most projections have him around, right? 17, I would say.
Yeah, I got him for 29, 278, 2-1. That's a big night.
I mean, if he can get 17 at San Francisco, he can definitely get 17 at home versus the Eagles.
The Eagles, yep.
Yeah, that's what I think too. So you
the only thing that throws me off, and it probably doesn't mean anything, is the Eagles have been the worst team all year against the pass. Their defense is just shameful. They finally made a change, though, and I'm not saying this means anything because it probably doesn't, but making Patricia call the plays, it can't hurt. Yeah, maybe it helps them just a tiny bit, as the dude says that, but
also everything. You got to suspend reality with these games week to week. That Eagles bad will be bad permanently. Look at last week with Tennessee and Houston wins. Did we ever expect that to happen? We expected Tennessee to blow that game up. I mean, I think the Eagles come in and put one on Seattle.
I mean, listen, Matt Patricia, when you take over a defense as bad as how they've been through the air,
they've literally been
even
the
if he's
worst.
A little better,
I want people to understand that, though. They've been the worst defense in football.
Yeah, so even if they're a little better, they're still not going to be great. They're not going to be great just because they get a little better.
And Seattle's strength is receivers.
They've got 3 good ones, man. They've got 3 good ones, and Drew Lock's not afraid to throw the ball down the field, which is one good thing because you see quarterbacks who, get in the game, and some of them are terrified. If you guys watch the Washington game, Sam Howell got benched in the fourth quarter for Jacoby Brissett. It's literally because the dude was just terrified. He kept running, and he just would not throw the ball downfield. Yeah, right after that first read was gone, he was out. Jacoby Brissett comes in. That dude can't move at all. But what did he do? He fucking just threw that ball. He literally just caught. It was like Joe Flacco back there, just catch, and he lets it go down the field, and he made plays.
Yeah.
So that's the one good thing about Drew Lock is he will throw the ball downfield.
You got very viable, expensive plays tonight. Hurts likely in the lineup. One of Devontae Smith, AJ Brown almost assuredly on the lineup. DK Metcalf, even Locke as a quarterback. And then you've got 2 viable plays in the sub 1,000 range to make this night work. Yesterday, I stupidly gave Agnew a 0 projection. And like I said, 171, adios. That's the night, man. Then Lamar can be captain all day long. So tonight you got 2. Quez Watkins is $800. I think that's a misprice. I think he's good for 4 or 5 fantasy points on the Seattle side. I could even write a rule for one of the 3 tight ends being on the winner. Parkinson though at $200 for 4 points. He had a touchdown last week. I mean, these bailout plays for Locke, Fant or Parkinson, but Parkinson and Quez Watkins can make a lot of things work when you've got expensive players who are going to smash up top. It's one of those nights. Expensive captain night.
I can't remember. Was it last week where Noah Fant had a touchdown called back? Or was it the week
Parkinson
before?
got a touchdown. I knew that.
I know Parkinson got a touchdown, but I think Noah Fant, it was either last week or the week before where he caught a touchdown, was called back. Don't forget, too, those guys played together before this. So, they have some chemistry. I know Parkinson caught the touchdown, but that's just something to keep in mind. Also, I wanted to make sure I saw this. Kevin, Eagles, no Slay, may start a rookie corner. I mean, no Slay's a big deal because even though they've been getting killed, he's like their one veteran. And now with him out, that's got to mean worse, honestly, even though they've been bad.
It can't mean better. It can't.
When DK Metcalf put 3 touchdowns up and 5 million yards at the Dallas Cowboys, that shows you everything. That was unbelievable, and he can do it tonight again.
I can't describe to you. I know I've been talking about the flow chart all year, and it's been pretty good to us. I can't describe how bad this Philly D is. 2, 4, 10. They've played 13 games. 10 of the 13 have led to top 10 passing performances the other way. It is by far the worse than anybody. Worse than who's another terrible team? The worst than anybody.
Washington.
Washington has 7. They have 10.
The Giants are terrible. Can we find
there's no one even close to Philly, and now they lose Slay.
So, Tony, what you're telling me is that I should pretty much just be trying to lock in DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett.
Or JSN even, the receivers.
Or JSN.
We've been talking about this. We have a clear advantage. And, am I confident in Drew Lock? Probably not as confident as Geno, but I am confident that these receivers are going to be open all night. Can he hit them? Probably.
I like it. I mean, I like it. And let's run through the top tier. So, you've got Hurts and AJ Brown clearly above all the rest. DK Metcalf at 9,600, so a little below them. Drew Lock at 92, and Devontae Smith at 9K, right? And don't forget, you get the AJ Brown, DK Metcalf. Didn't they play together in school, Tony?
Yeah.
Didn't they play in college together? Yeah, so you get them. I think it was Old Miss, right? So you get them playing against each other. But DK is 1,600 cheaper. And you're telling me the matchup is just way better. It's just way better. So I don't know how you don't like DK Metcalf in this spot, but who's your favorite captains in that top tier?
I mean, so I like DK too, just like you. I love him, but man, Lockett at 6,600. Just
we didn't get there.
That is criminal. 6,600, because when you do that, all of a sudden it lets. I mean, there's what 2, 4, 6. There's like 8 guys priced higher than him. You still got $8K per position. So all of a sudden you play. Just say you pop both quarterbacks in there. You always want quarterbacks. And then, I mean, you still got 6,500 Lockett captain, both quarterbacks. So all of a sudden, say you want A.J. Brown even. I mean, you're still at 4K for the last 2 spots. So Lockett, I like Lockett even more than DK just because then you don't got to go cheap.
Because Lockett's in that price. Because Lockett's in that price that I've been talking about all year where they're just you don't need them to do as much. So yeah, Lockett's the better
JSN
play.
even more, like because he's even cheaper. But I think Lockett's definitely the better play of the JSN.
Yeah, we just haven't seen like a ceiling game from like a massive like big game. What's the highest he's gotten there, Tony? Like 15?
I mean, he hasn't had any like ceiling games. 13, 16, 12.
But this is the spot. This would be the spot where he could do it. So you never know. Prez, who do you like in that like top tier for captains?
The projection on Lockett's 12 points. I think that's way underserved. And I think that he's not going to end up on as many lineups because the kickers will be maybe more popular, or Dallas Goedert, who I like. I like Dallas Goedert. A good night for him. But 450, maybe the one. So, obviously my top captains right now are the big guns. I'm sorting this on SaberSim. I'm sorting this by win rate. I found that ROI will be a little too safe. Spread things out a little more. Make sure you get your money back. And it's been successful. Even on a night like last night, we're sorting by ROI. I didn't have Agnew and I didn't have Edwards. I eliminated them both. And I still net zero, but I didn't lose any money, which was crazy. So tonight I'm going to go win rate and say, okay, I'm going to get a little more aggressive. I'm here I have a winning lineup. So it's right now, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, DK Metcalf, right? Okay. But I put a 13-point projection on Lockett. I think that's still too low. I mean, he had a good week last week against San Francisco. I mean, even 14 or 15, if he can outperform, I don't see the kickers putting up the 14-point nights tonight. I think it's lower because I think a lot of touchdowns are scored. So I would probably go down on the kickers. I have them at 10. I think that's too high. I'm going to go lower. And like the Eagles defense, I don't think I have one lineup. Maybe I have one.
Yeah, it's interesting because, on these slates, normally I feel like we'd be all talking about Eagles, right? And having Eagles in the captain. But it feels like we're more on the Seattle side. And Tony, is that just more due to like the spot is just too good? Or I assume not everyone's going to be on this side because it's not like the Eagles can't score against Seattle. Like they can definitely score.
I'm on the Eagles side for sure. I think AJ Brown's going to be your highest scoring player. What I'm saying is that I think that you can afford to have him captain only because I believe one piece that is sub 1,000 will have a very good Agnew type night, whether it's Parkinson or Quez Watkins, $800. I mean, Quez can get a touchdown, right? He can go 230 and 1. So, which outscores the kickers right away.
Yeah,
Man,
and listen,
I officially hate the kickers tonight.
My point more is that I'm talking about like the fact that the Eagles are by far the better probably team, right? But like in my mind, I want to play Seattle captains because I think they're the better captains. The only captain I see for the Eagles that I'm probably going to play is Dallas Goedert because of the price tag. But I like Tyler Lockett. I like DK Metcalf, even JSN. Like I think those are my 4 captains. And it's because of the price tag on almost all those guys. Like the price tag is just it's cheaper. It's easier to work with. It means I can fit more Eagles in my flex, which is what I want. So like I think the winning build is going to be like a 2-4 where like Seattle's the 2, whether it's, and one of them's in the captain, whether it's like DK and Lock or Lockett or whatever it is. And then there's 4 Eagles that kind of spread out and give me 15 to 20 something. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to be the winner is like those 2-4 builds. So I'm higher on those.
I agree with you. I think the market is higher on Seattle because Hurts sick. Eagles defense has been not good, like Tony said, and now they're on the road. They didn't look terrible at San Francisco. Someone said this game is a blowout. I think the Eagles put a fucking number up tonight. I just think they do.
So you like Eagles blowout then?
I think that they go into the 30s potentially, like a 34-20 type game.
That's not a blowout though.
No, but not like Seattle captain night.
Like a blowout to me is like 35-10 or 40-10, something like that.
Yeah, I can see 2 touchdowns for Seattle for sure.
I think they score 2 touchdowns.
I think they score
at home.
Yeah, there is rain tonight
in
too.
the 20s. There's rain tonight. Yeah. All right. So we talked about the receivers from the Seattle side. Tony, what about the Philly side for you? Like, how do you rank them compared to those Seattle receivers? Because you talked mainly about Seattle.
I'm definitely on a different page, and I feel actually very, very confident tonight. So it's funny. I mean, Hurts is sick. Seattle hasn't stopped a running game ever. I think it's the DeAndre Swift night from Philly. I think they pound the ball up the middle. I think they run it a lot. I think Hurts is not even playable as a captain because of his price and because of that. And, I mean, I love DeAndre Swift. Don't get me wrong. I like the receivers too. I like AJ or Devontae in my teams. But I'm kind of leaning towards Hurts being, oddly, maybe the guy out of my builds, though, just because of the price. And definitely in the captain. I will not play Hurts in the captain tonight. And he's going to be the highest captain, I'm sure, like always. But
You could. I think you're right there because if Swift does pound the ball, it is very dependent on Hurts to run 1 or 2 in for him to become a captain or even in flex, right? He's got to get to 22 to 24, but that is because he's getting 6 points with his legs. Well, 8 really. And if Swift does that, maybe you could do a rule. If Swift on build, Hurts not on build.
Yeah, because you're right. Like if it lands on the 1, obviously Hurts is getting the touchdown. But if it doesn't land on the 1, he's not getting the touchdown. So yeah. I mean, I kind of like that rule. If Hurts is in there, then maybe not Swift. I like that rule.
Chat, you see what's happening right now? This is Tony slowly coming over to the JSU side. No, quarterback captain slowly is coming on over.
I don't even
Tony,
know
we're arm in arm.
Right now.
No, I think Tony likes his Seahawks. He thinks the Eagles suck, and
I love Seattle tonight. I think Seattle wins.
I think Hurts has been sick, but I think Hurts is completely fine.
I think Seattle could win.
I think Hurts is so overrated on top of being sick, and like I think the Eagles are the most overrated team in football. Like they've shown me nothing. They don't deserve to be favored. Why are they favored?
What is the spread of this game? What is it?
They're given 3.5 on the road. Like what? Why are they favored? Yeah, K. Reed, you can have your 100 back plus 3.5. $100. Do you want it?
Total is 45 too. What do you think of the total?
I like the under because I think Philly runs the ball.
Okay. Interesting. I like the Swift take. I like the running game for Philly, so I could get talked to. I could definitely see if Jalen Hurts is really sick. I could definitely see them leaning more on those guys. 100%.
I think we got to realize that there is a big gap in the talent of the team. I think Seattle.
What that means? I've buried the.
Seattle sucks. They suck. I mean, they've
lost
lost.
the gap in talent. Where? DK Metcalf isn't good.
Jalen Hurts versus Drew Lock.
Jalen Hurts.
No, you got to understand. You got to understand though.
The Eagles are 12-3 or whatever.
Listen. The Eagles fans they just can't. They can't handle when you say Hurts sucks, Tony. They can't handle when you say don't play him as the captain.
That's the spread. Then give me the juice. Why would I just give you 3.5 points for free? What are we talking about?
Seattle lost 37-3 to the Ravens, who you just said sucked.
I love when like you can't talk trash about a team, but then you just have to give 3.5 points for free. I can go on the DraftKings app and bet. Like, what are we talking about? That's the number. I'm not asking. That's the spread. That's what it is.
I like
that because those are my favorite shows, Seinfeld and Curb. So I like that comparison.
I like to play to the big city crowds in the comment section, just suck up to them like Eagles fans. I like I can go against it in open packs, like Rainmaker packs. By the way,
he goes against all those fan bases unless they're Dallas. He goes against.
I thought about that today. I was like, we should just open packs on this show all day. There's $60. Let's open one. I'm going to open one. Forget it. I'm going to do it.
Please don't.
I'm not going to do
it. Wait until we finish.
Please,
so I can leave, and then you guys can open packs.
Please clap.
Metcalf under 50 yards.
Why? Man. Just because? Just because you want that to happen? Like, why? What's your reasoning?
I'm telling you, Tony. People think
Hurts got benched in Alabama. Where's he won? He got benched in college. He had to transfer. He had to transfer away from the school. And then he got his ass kicked in Oklahoma. What are we talking about?
Oh my.
He had to He got benched in the national title game for Tua, who also sucks.
I'm 34-20 Eagles. That's where I am tonight. My Eagles never quit.
Oh my God! Now Hurts is better than Burrow. Oh, you guys are just trying to push my buttons today.
That is good. That is good. They had no choice, Tony. They had to hit you where it hurt the most. You see what they did there? You were trashing their Eagles, so they got to trash your Bengals. That's what they do. The fans are crazy. I get it. It's your fandom. You love the Eagles.
Like
you love Jalen Hurts.
Blame K. Reed. He's a fan. Absolutely, K. Reed.
He's a fan.
I don't blame you. But the neutral people, like Mitch.
Mitch is a fan of the Ravens. Is he a fan of the Eagles too?
He loves running quarterbacks that can't throw. That's his favorite.
Perfect spots right there. I will say, I think Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar at throwing the football.
I definitely like Lamar better than Hurts. I'm back on the Lamar side.
I will take Jalen Hurts over Lamar any day of the week and on Sunday.
And by the way, you know they're going to get to the 1 yard line, and we have this rule with no Hurts or Swift to get in a lineup, and then Kenneth Gainwell gets the rock. Boom, Slate over.
I mean, that could happen. They use Kenneth Gainwell weirdly in certain spots. I just don't know.
He's not unused. That's for sure.
Now it's the I don't watch football. Yeah. Okay. Oh God.
Get your camera out. We want to see the.
Did I get it out?
Yeah.
I remember a time, Tony, not too long ago, where I talked down on Mr. Jalen Hurts. And we didn't bring him up on an entire show and was told by K. Reed that we didn't talk about the best quarterback on the entire slate. And he got 9. I remember that time. Do you
9
remember that
points?
Time? 9 points.
I didn't even think he deserved 9 in that game.
9 points against guess who? The Dallas Cowboys. You know who just went and whooped the Dallas Cowboys' ass? The Buffalo Bills, who aren't even in the playoffs right now. They're not even in the playoffs right now. So let's not do NFL math.
9 points is what happens when you don't get the 2 1-yard touchdowns.
Correct. Did he even get one? I don't think. Yeah, it's like look at his stats. His stats are crazy too. In his last 5 games, outside of that Dallas game, he's got 1, 2, 2, 1 rushing touchdowns, and they're all short yardage like that. Like that's where he gets. That's why he's a beast in fantasy. Because when you get those rushing touchdowns, you're like so minted. If you get 1 or 2, you're gonna score. You know
how many 300? I mean, he's gone for 150 passing yards, under 200 passing yards. 2 of the last 4 games. 200 versus Buffalo.
He had 3 games over 300.
I have an
passing yards.
announcement.
Are you gonna come on our side and bash the
No,
Eagles?
he's definitely not.
No, I love my Eagles. In fact, AJ Brown just has to have a modest performance tonight, and I pull another team through the playoffs to week 16.
I knew you were gonna bring it up with best ball.
Yep, I have got a unicorn happening here, boys, and I'm taking the million. Our
Is
Eagles.
it from one of those 100 teams you drafted when you posted, I already did it. You don't have to do it anymore, guys. I won the million. And it was all Jalen Hurts, Eagle stacks, every single team.
That's right. And now you're pulling Eagle stacks through because you had CJ Stroud, you've got Lamb, you got the. Now, I will admit, this was an auto draft in my sleep. I didn't do it, but we're here. I will say this. Here's the play. 335-1. I got it. I've got a 335-1.
Do you realize we almost got that line from someone yesterday too?
Who?
God, who was it? One of the tight ends had that exact line that we like too.
By the way, how good is McBride? Jesus.
McBride. Yeah, dude, he got carted off.
Yeah, it was his shoulder, right? It was his shoulder. They were showed him in like.
I thought he was going to be out for the year, and then all of a sudden he's back in there just crushing.
Guy's an animal, he's beast.
No, who was the 330? Uncle T's the one that texted me yesterday. I forget who it was. Who was it, Uncle T? But they finished with 439-1.
I mean, crew, we can definitely. I mean, we can acknowledge. I'm with you here. We can acknowledge. No one else will acknowledge, I guess, but I'll acknowledge it for you. 34% finish.
Was it Kraft? I don't think it was Kraft. That wasn't who I was thinking of, Kraft. It was I'll look. Let me pull up the flow chart.
Did you guys see Kraft get absolutely up nutted? Like just tried to jump over someone and dude hit him right in the nuts. That had to kill.
God, I can't remember who it was.
Anyway, the 335-1 is Quez Watkins. One of the dumbest.
You love Quez Watkins' dirty drawers tonight, don't you? You love him.
He's one of the stupidest.
That's like
prices.
the 9th Quez Watkins mentioned.
Because I've been over-talked for the last hour and 40 minutes.
Tony, should we go on mute for Prez so we can talk?
I mean, the dude has 7 catches on the year.
And Njoku has a ceiling game every week with Flacco, yes. And they're still going to price him at 4.8 next week. That was the first thing we said coming out of this thing. It's like, how they price Njoku in the 4s? And I didn't play him that much. Oh, it's Eagles night, baby. My Eagles are going to fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. How do you get rid of that? Chase. Okay, there you go.
What did I do?
Mm-hmm.
What did I do?
No, there's a comment at the bottom that was just covering things that I wanted to remove. Quez gets the first touchdown. What's that bet? That's got to be what? 1,400 to 1? 1,400? 14 to 1? Seahawks cooking the Seagulls tonight, boys. See, I really believe the market feels the same way you guys do. That Seattle's just going to have a night.
How the hell do you think that's public's on the Seahawks over the Eagles? The Eagles are a public team.
No, I don't feel that way. I feel like there's a lot of because everyone's a Cowboys fan. They want Eagles to lose. I just feel it. I sense it in my bones. I can't describe it.
You feel it because you want that to be the case.
No.
There's never a time that the public is on Seattle over Philadelphia.
In terms of roster construction, I think they're going to put Metcalf up there more.
Right now, 67% of the money's on Philly. Like that, it's not even close.
I'm talking about the money. I'm talking about.
You think they're going to play Seattle guys over Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown? There's no way.
That's what I mean. Like everyone's going to play the Eagles guys. I don't get how the market's on Seattle.
It's just because we're talking about it. Like a lot of people aren't talking about this. There's no way.
We're the opposite of what most people are. Most people are talking up the Eagle side.
Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown will. There's no way they're not the 2 highest owned guys. There's no way. There's no way they're not. And then after that, it might be pretty balanced. But I mean, those are the 2 highest by a mile. Who do you think's higher owned than those 2?
Quez is 3,300 for me to score the first touchdown. That's a great bet.
33 or 43?
33.
63? I can't wait till he scores tonight, too. I'm going to get that text right away.
Scores first, kid. And it'll just be ignored. No, he'll go,
here we go.
No one knows if he scored or not.
Oh, God.
We're not sure if he scored. It was someone else.
I'm not sure if he scored.
It was Quez. It was someone else in a Quez Watkins jersey. Let's go to Twitter.
It wasn't him.
Yeah, he'll do that. There's no way to prove anything. It's like I was on Saturn this afternoon.
Tony's gonna be like, "No, that was Zacchaeus. That was Zacchaeus, not Quez. You don't win. That was Zacchaeus."
This chair and this desk is just driving me crazy.
All right. So we talked about all these studs. Do you guys want to give defense and kicker takes and maybe these cheap tight ends? I'm not on Prez's side with like the Parkinson. He got his touchdown.
I mean, he's 200 though. You can't be that against the 200 tight end that just scored.
I mean,
it's going to be an even more pronounced night like last night when Agnew was on the final and Lamar was the captain. Because you're going to have
Agnew caught a bomb. Agnew got like 13 and a half points off that one play. Colby Parkinson can't do that on one play.
People are going to avoid the really expensive captains, which are going to have the biggest night, in order to fit everyone on there, like the Lockets.
How are they going to? You're killing me with this. How are they going to avoid Jalen Hurts captain? You don't think he's going to be the highest known? Like, you don't think he's going to be 25, 30% captain?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying that with a Devontae, with a Devontae Smith and Brown, with a Metcalf or Lockett, is that a Colby Parkinson or a Quez Watkins can make those lineups work?
Yeah, I get it. So you're using them to be like, one of these guys going to hit the winner, and if that happens,
and then you can have all the other studs who likely will smash. That's my point. That's why.
Yeah, but when none of those guys score more than like 3 points,
then Parkinson
Tyler
is useless unless he has 14 points.
Yeah, and Tyler Lockett, JSN, Goddard, one of these guys crushes, and they're in like the mid-tier pricing, and you can fit in all these other guys in the flex. You're just going to be so far ahead. So like that's more my game plan. Is I want less of the cheapies and more of the guys that just fill in with my mid-tier captain. Because I think the mid-tier captain is clearly the best play here on this slate.
4,600 Eagles defense is just not going to get it done for me tonight. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I don't like the defenses. The kickers, I mean, still better than the defenses, but I still don't like Elliott.
No, he still eats up a lot of money at $5,000 when they've got a ceiling, especially tonight when a lot of touchdowns I think are going to be scored, not 60-yard field goals. And you want to play Lockett at 6,600, right? I mean,
yeah, for sure. The only guy I'll play down there, like Noah Fant at that price tag, I can play a little of. I just think the connection with Drew Lock is there. He's the guy who gets the most snaps. Correct. He's the best pass catcher. He's the most talented one. Yeah, he doesn't always get the touchdowns, but like
I've got a ton of Fant. In fact, I've got Fant Parkinson lineups.
I mean,
that was my hand.
They both score. Honestly, if they both score. Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing 150 teams, which us three do most of the time, there's no reason to eliminate Parkinson from your player pool.
Okay, fine. I'll project him for one.
Project him for like 3 or 4. Like
3 or 4. Settle down. All right, 2.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to leave him in there though. Like, do not take him out. Like
a 200-point guy, a $200 guy for 3 points. His value is so insane. I mean, he's on 19% of my lineups right now.
He's gonna score. How often does he score? Like 1 in 6?
I think
Parkinson.
Yeah.
Fant or Parkinson score tonight.
He's getting 3 touchdowns a year. Like he's getting 2 or 3 a year.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. 1 and 6. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that 1 and 8.
1 and 8.
I mean,
1 and 8. Yeah.
Still, but like he's not. He's going to be less than 10% owned. I mean, that's 1 in 10. Like 1 in 10, he's in the winner. I mean, he's only 200 on a game with a lot of studs. I mean, I want some DK Metcalf captain.
I just think with the price tags on like Hurts and AJ Brown and some of these other guys, people are going to try and force in these cheap dudes.
They
want the Hurts lineups, and I think you can get ahead of even if you don't play one. Fine, if you play 150, leave them in. That's probably better advice. But if a lot of people watch this don't play 150,
yeah, I mean it's totally different with 3 teams.
So most people watching this, I think, should choose. You're either, if you play Parkinson, you should probably try and get those expensive captains and hope in AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, or Hurts crushes, and you get the cheap guy that fits those lineups perfectly. Yeah. Or you could do the opposite, which is what I'm doing, where you get rid of all those cheap, shitty guys and you play the mid tier and you fill in, and then your last spot, isn't a $200 guy or an $800 guy, but maybe a 3K guy or a 4K guy. I don't know, just giving examples, but like that's the different type of build. So you just got to know how you're building. If you build 20 teams, I think you should choose which way you go. I wouldn't go both ways. I'd choose one route there. If I was building 50, that'd be different. I'd probably have a little of both.
And then it's Kenneth Walker Charbonnet stack, and then we're done.
Kenneth Walker.
We haven't talked about them. Those are the guys that I'm crazy low on.
Crazy.
I like the best. I might even just fade them. Like if Seattle beats me on the ground, then I can live with it. I haven't faded in a while, but I can't imagine paying.
So
how much is he?
7,800.
So I can't imagine paying 7,800.
You could pay 4K for Charbonnet before you pay 7,800.
I would definitely.
Granted.
I got all the receivers and all those guys ahead of the running backs.
It is raining tonight a lot, all night in Seattle. Where's our weather guy? Rance? Is Rance our weather guy?
Where you at, Rance?
Where you at, Rance?
I will
Fire
say,
too,
just throwing this out there, but the Eagles' last few games, listen to this, though. Cowboys, 49ers, Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, their last, 5 games or whatever it is. So they've played a tough stretch there. But watching them play, you can't tell me that they're not daring teams to run, but those are good teams where they're terrified of the quarterbacks in the passing games, and they've got all this is Drew Lock. Do they play that way against Drew Lock? Probably not. So that's especially against Pete Carroll, who wants to run the football. So I think these pass catchers are in a good spot. I think Drew Lock's in a good spot too.
This is not accurate. I don't know where you're getting those numbers. There's no way both are 30% owned. Parkinson will be sub 10, and Fant probably 12 to 15.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even think Noah Fant will be 30% owned.
I do feel like I'm argumentative today, but I do think those guys are going to be higher than you think, just because of the high-priced guys in the game. I think JSU brought up a good point that these guys are going to be. You basically said that when you were saying it. Everyone's going to play these guys to fit the high-priced guys.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be higher than we think.
Well, then maybe Parkinson's higher than. Oh, you think Fant's going to be higher too?
I mean, I don't think. I think Parkinson will for sure. I don't know about Fant. Fant might sneak through the cracks a little bit because just
Parkinson under 10% doesn't make sense with the Jalen Hurts captain slate, with AJ Brown and all these other stud captains.
And honestly, everyone's going to play Parkinson because he's got a higher projection, but Disley's the same player as Parkinson, honestly. I mean, he plays a little less, but he's going to definitely be lower owned, and he does the same thing because you're still only hunting 1 touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah, you're hunting 1 touchdown for 20, and him getting 20 yards on 2 catches, and you're there pretty much. That's what you want. So
the ladders. What's up with the ladders, Dustin? It's the ladders to success. And what's at the top of those ladders?
Uncle T, shocker. 37-17 Eagles.
I do love that he's.
That's where I'm at, Terry.
All aboard the Eagles train.
Absolutely. Seattle's terrible. We've got to just come to that. Well, they're terrible with Geno Smith.
Drew Lock.
I don't know.
For all the hate, I'm on Tony. I'm betting that.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm on Tony's side. This is too much hate. I'm also betting. What's Drew Lock to throw for 300 yards? He's going to throw more yards than Jalen Hurts.
Like I'll go to the bank and get out a loan to bet that.
What's happened to you?
K-Reed will bet you on that, Tony. I bet K-Reed will bet you on that.
Can I have that? Drew Lock more passing yards than Jalen Hurts?
I mean, Drew Lock sucks. Why wouldn't anyone take that? Jalen Hurts is an MVP quarterback. He's amazing.
You want the smoke? Jalen
He's
Hurts
had three 300-yard performances. Right, Helm? 300-yard performances.
Like this. I'm glad you brought it up.
Why is he the backup to Geno Smith for 2 years?
First Drew Lock, baby. Let's go.
Why is he the backup to Geno Smith for 2 years?
Hold on. Waiting. K-Reed.
That's our bet, K-Reed. Get your Hundy back.
Is he asleep at the keyboard?
No, because he's been typing the entire show. So
I love K-Reed. I do. I do love K-Reed. But this is funny right now. I had to put it out there. It's so good.
K-Reed. What? That's not answering the bet, K-Reed. Do we got a bet or not?
I don't even have to. Brock Purdy, guaranteed, has more 300-yard performances than Jalen Hurts. I don't even have to look at it. Suck my balls. Matthew Stafford I guarantee you, Matthew Stafford probably has as many 300 yards.
Yeah, because Jalen Hurts runs for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He doesn't need to throw it.
Who else? I gotta think of who else. Throw out more quarterbacks. There's got to be more quarterbacks that have 300-yard performances.
No, it has to be.
Jalen Hurts is Lamar plus.
You think he's better than Lamar too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
The ironic thing is, I'm gonna get the chat really fired up with this. I think Justin Fields is better than both of them. That'll really get the chat going.
Oh wow.
Oh God! All right, the slander is over. It has to stop now. No,
I didn't look at this.
That'll definitely get him fired up.
I love Justin Fields, but my God, he can't make the simplest throws sometimes.
He's also playing with Darnell Mooney. Get him some dudes.
He has DJ Moore.
DJ Moore's not as good as AJ.
Oh my God!
No, hey, I'll tell you, he's not as good as AJ, but DJ Moore is fucking good.
I like DJ Moore, obviously.
He's fucking good, man.
K-Reed, where's our bet?
I'm telling you, it's funny that everyone's like, oh, Jalen Hurts 300 yards. Like, dude, quarterbacks that are just subpar have these games. Like, I don't know. That's not a big deal that he had 3 fucking games.
Drew Lock sucks, K-Reed. Let's get a Hundy. Jalen Hurts, the great.
That should be a lock bet. That should be a lock bet right there, K-Reed.
Drew Lock sucks.
Oh, my God. Does Sam Howell really have more 300-yard performances than Jalen Hurts?
Sure. Sam Howell might have them. I literally know nothing about this because I don't look at that stuff.
Oh,
he might have more than anyone in football, Sam Howell.
All right, now I have to look. I have to look now. Does Sam Howell have more? Because if that's the case, that's the nail in the coffin. I don't even want to hear it.
So you're saying that the Bengals say we can have one of Fields or Hurts right now. You can have either one. You're taking Fields.
I would take Fields over Hurts for sure.
You are lying.
I'm not lying. I'm dead.
I can tell.
I think Jalen Hurts sucks.
No, he's dead serious when he says it. 100%.
He's the greatest at rushing the 1 yard. If I want to push, you're my guy, Hurts. If I get to the 1 yard line, you're my man.
And how do you get to the 1 yard line? Throw into AJ Brown 7 times?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I would do it. Fucking AJ Brown's a beast. What are we talking about? Say how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God!
Trigger him. Look at the He's good, maybe 7. He's a total lack of vision. I knew I'd get some people tilted with the Fields take.
He's got 5 and then multiple games in like the 290s, Sam Howell. Like Sam Howell could literally have he's got multiple games in the 290s and he's got 5 over 300. Yeah.
Very
those stats don't mean shit.
K. Reed was scared of my bet, my proposal. Very disappointing.
Oh, look who Hurts plays too. He plays San Francisco, Buffalo, KC, Dallas, Miami.
Seriously, though, to Tony's point about Justin Fields, though, I will say this. If you give Justin Fields that offensive line, the coaching staff, those weapons, he's going to look really good. Like, way better.
He's going to be flipping burgers at McDonald's if he played on a bad team.
Put Jalen Hurts on the Bears, and he looks way worse. That's 100% fact.
Jalen Hurts would be terrible for the Bears. Jalen Hurts got benched in college. I'll say it again. In college, he got benched.
Man, this is a name I haven't heard in a while.
That's a pull there.
That's a pull. Yeah, 100%. Are they better than Sam Howell's? They got to be, right? CJ Stroud
has been amazing this year. So
you think the Bears will ever go to the Super Bowl under Fields? The Eagles will go this year again.
It's the freaking team, though. Would Hurts go to the Super Bowl if he played for the Bears?
No. Everyone should be – every fucking person should be saying no right now. Like, what?
Would Fields go to the Super Bowl if he played for the Eagles?
Yes.
No.
No, not this year because they have no defense. But last year he would have.
Last year they wouldn't have if San Francisco's quarterback didn't get hurt. But
you can't use that excuse. You're not allowed. They didn't have.
Okay, then they would have won. They would have won, and he would have went to the Super Bowl. I agree.
We're not allowed to say we lost because of a quarterback. It's not allowed.
Uncle T, I'm now 41-17 Eagles tonight.
Yes, we got him up higher. Yeah.
Yes, the Eagles would not make the Super Bowl with Justin Fields.
You guys are crazy. Why couldn't they replicate what they're doing with Jalen Hurts with Justin Fields? He's the same type of quarterback. Literally, you can do everything that Justin Fields does.
Except he's
Jalen Hurts does.
And can actually throw a little bit better. Jalen Hurts is slower than JSU.
Jalen Hurts does have a hit. You can tell he is way slower this year than in years past.
You know what's going to happen next? After they lose to Seattle tonight, all of a sudden it's going to be Hurts is injured. They're going to saying he's injured, or they're going to have some other excuse as to why they suck.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be his knee. Tony, they've been talking about this dude's knee being injured for 6 weeks.
The knee's why?
It's going to be the knee. Yeah, they've been talking about this guy having a knee issue and just playing. You didn't hear it.
He's a warrior playing through the pain.
Yeah, they were talking about it during the game. Yeah, he's a warrior.
God, I
shouldn't squat 600 pounds.
Everybody's fired up in a different direction. These are the best shows.
Yeah, because you actually yelled at you yelled. Normally that's my job. I'm normally the person that yells at you.
JSU's playing Tony's attorney again. I'm on an island by myself. It's it. You're his lawyer. I'm just always by myself.
Well, it's the truth. Normally I have to yell, and then people make fun of me, and then Tony makes fun of me, and then you make fun of me, or you're on my side, one or the other. Because
I'm never going to be on your side again.
I'm never going to be on
your side again. I'm angry now.
All right, well, I was going to say sometimes you like to play in the middle, but okay, fine, whatever. You don't have to be on my side.
There you go. We're back. Have you been injured in a car wreck? Call JSU Esquire. You have a chair in the garage that was sent by someone in this chat, and you can't even look at the name of the person for some reason.
How do we know it was someone from chat?
We don't, but you won't. Every package in the United States has a return label from somewhere.
No, I just said that. Look at this. Oh, I can't put it on there because it's got my address on it, but it doesn't have a return label on it.
Get the box and open it on air.
What are you talking about? Look at that.
Not you, JSU.
Well, you said everyone has it. This doesn't. Now I'm playing his attorney. I'm getting him back. We're
Yeah.
today.
I was
Thank
talking
you.
Team
to
champ.
him. I'm talking
Thank
to
you.
him.
Oh,
I'm
we would
talking to
run
you.
shit. We totally have the belt.
Maybe it's from Jalen Hurts. Would Justin Fields send you a chair? No.
I love Justin Fields. Justin Fields has won me a lot of money. I love
That's
Justin
not a
Fields.
return address.
Yes, it is. That's an address.
The business where it came
That's
from.
the business.
Doesn't matter. We can research it with Google.com.
I know where this is. This is the place.
Yes.
But that's not who sent it.
It doesn't matter. At least it's something.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? I don't know who gave it to me.
I actually like it when Prez yells. This is my new
I like
favorite.
Is this whole show a troll? Is this all? Did you guys
And
plan
he
this?
did it like I do with the hat, though, JSU. How I spike the hat. He goes like this. He goes.
Yeah, like
But he
you know when
really
you have like
gets
a
it- he
migraine
really
or
gets it
something,
going.
Tony, and you're like
Oh,
doing
man.
this. He was like doing that with his like palm.
Where's he going now? What was that move?
That was a spin move, right? He did
That
a
was a
spin move.
double
on
spin
us.
move. It wasn't just a single spin. He double spin.
Yeah.
He went into the blue medical tent. Did he go into the tent?
I don't know. Is Nathan back there? He's putting up the tent for him. Nathan's his lawyer. He's putting up the tent for him.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's
Wiley's
pretty good.
cooking. I agree.
What's he
I
going to
don't know
come back with, you think?
The basketball, maybe? The
That-
ghost?
Did he get a new one?
I don't know.
I should
Or
get
the
him a new
ghost.
rock for Christmas.
He's probably going to come back with the box where it shows the return address.
I just showed him. That doesn't have no return.
No, I know. He's probably going to come back with the box that has the return address and be like, see? Or the ghost got him, Tony.
Could be.
Could be it. You never know.
R.I.P. Why? What if he just didn't come back? What if that was his move? Like we talked about with you yesterday. What if he's just gone? Like how long would we wait?
I mean, if he's gone, I think he did a better job of being gone than I did. So I'd probably give him like a 6. I give myself like a 2 for
You
yesterday.
did have a bad exit, yeah.
It was a bad exit. I agree. I heard that the show struggled to finish without me, though. I will just say.
That would be good,
That's what I heard.
Brian.
Oh, if we both left, that would be funny. Tony,
Just
should we
leave it
remove
up.
ourselves from the StreamYard and just like wait and waiting and see what he does?
Oh,
That would be funny.
all right.
All right. Should we go into? Is there any other cheap plays that you didn't get to talk about? I mean, I think we
Damn,
talked
we
through this
talked
slate.
about- I'll just go down the list. There he
There
is.
he
What'd you drink?
is. What'd you get?
I had to take a break and a breath. I had to go
Did
calm
you
myself down.
Did you just light a heater?
I was thinking about it, but I can't find them. I'm actually worked up. I can't believe you're like
Look at the chat. Thought you were questionable to return. Press.
never
Questionable.
Never. I'm not A-Chan. I come back in the game.
A-Chan.
Did he do that again yesterday?
I think it's possible he ripped the bong. It's totally possible.
Who?
You or a heater
I've never
or
done
something.
drugs in my life. That may be surprising to people in the comment section, but I have not. Little cocktail though.
Oh, you made
Ice
yourself a
cube.
cocktail.
Man, those cubes
Look
are
at that.
big. You got the biggest cubes over here, and he's got no cubes.
Yeah, what a return. I heard Nathan. You're yelling at Nathan. He's over here.
We were also
Go, Matt Murphy. Cocaine is the best.
Look at how mad K-Reed is. It's awesome. I love it.
He still hasn't accepted my bet, by the way. Should I get my Drew Lock jersey out? I mean, you
Yes,
can't
go
be
get it.
Drew Lock.
Yes, it's Drew Lock night. Oh, all right. Let's give our plays of the day then, since I think we're done. Unless you guys have any more takes on anything else, but I think we went through the whole slate. Prez, you want to give your play of the day?
I've given my play of the day. I'm irritated now.
All right, everyone.
I told you I'm not gonna...
what Prez's play of the day is.
It's Quez Watkins.
Colby Parkinson. Oh,
it's one of those two.
No, we get a main one and a cheapie. So Quez is your cheapie.
Fine. Quez is my cheapie. I think you're insane not doing AJ Brown captain.
Does that mean he's your play?
Yeah, it's my play of the day. 41-7. No, 44-14.
Oh, no. 3 points each, 44-14.
Yes. Yes. Prez for Quez.
I like that.
Adam has some good funny things. Excuse me. Prez Pierce. Paul Pierce.
The truth, Paul Pierce. Let's see here. My play of the day.
I'm not Sean Kitzmiller. Trust me.
I'll just go Tyler Lockett, as I know I'm gonna have a ton of him in the captain. So I'll take him as my play of the day. It's too cheap, 6,600 nut matchup. Yeah, it's the easy play of the day. Tony,
who was your cheap play?
Oh, cheap play? Well, not playing a lot of these cheap dirt balls, but
well, Fant then. You said Fant.
Fant, yeah, I'll take Fant. Yeah, I can fuck with Fant.
I like that, Prez.
It's good.
I'm next time I'm doing my show with the MacBook. I miss out on that stuff. My play of the day is DeAndre Swift. I think he dominates the ground game. I won't have Hurts on my main team. Well, I won't have him captain anywhere. DeAndre Swift, my play of the day. My cheapie is, who's my cheapie?
Ezekiel Elliott.
It's Will Dissly.
Well, how many routes?
Diami Brown.
How many routes? Man.
How was the birthday party at the tavern yesterday?
We didn't go to the tavern, but the birthday party was awesome.
Sweet.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you for asking.
God, I want to make Bobo my cheap play so bad. The problem is
They do it.
I need some luck, though. I need like one of these guys to roll an ankle or something, though, to get him on the field. But if he gets on the field and he outscores all the other cheapies, you can solo ship with him. That's kind of the strategy of it. They're bad against receivers. No one's going to play Jake. I mean, Jake Bobo is going to be 1% owned. If one of those three rolls an ankle and he gets on that field, he could solo ship you for $500K tonight. And that's what I want. Okay, $500K, solo shipper, Jake Bobo, baby.
And do a rule.
All right.
Do a rule that min one of the lineups has to have one of those guys 1,000 under. Let's do it.
I mean, I'm not doing a rule for that, but I do I'm with you on those plays, though. I am with you on the cheapies, but I'm not going to – if I get a team without it, I'm okay with it, too.
If Diami Brown was on the slate and had the role of Jake Bobo, I would 100% play him.
What does he do best? What does Diami Brown do best?
Take the top off the defense, baby.
Jake Bobo
house that day too. That was the funniest.
he put on the Jets after he caught that thing.
It was like to go to overtime too, or something.
Yeah, it was to like win the game or whatever.
We spent 2 hours talking about every play in the board.
Yeah, Drew. He always wants me to make 75 rules. He's the rules man. He's very
You're a rules guy too. Shut up. You are so.
You had 49 rules during our show yesterday.
I did, and they worked. They were right. Min won San Francisco. Min won Green Bay.
You know, Prez is like
min
one of those
won Rams,
Tony, where you like draw, like you line to line to line, like this rule to this rule.
He has one of those things in his office. Like he does it all. He strings them together.
I do. I had 14 rules yesterday. My running backs just sucked. That was it.
We had one best ball mention today, Terry Niehaus. You're lying. There was one best ball mention. It was when Prez talked about AJ Brown, or something like that.
I can't believe we did a whole show for 2 hours, and Big T comes out with like Grant Calcaterra as his
best rule.
Laughing until Jake Bobo solo shipper, baby.
Hey, you don't have to sell me on Jake Bobo. He is a slate crusher.
When one of these receivers rolls that ankle in that first quarter, everyone's going to be like, damn, I wish I had Jake Bobo.
Wait, before we get out of here then, Who are like your 3 favorite captains if you had to play 3 guys only?
My 3 favorite Well, I'll give you 4 because I think they go together.
Or 4. Yeah, 4.
The 3 receivers from Seattle and I drew a blank about
DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift.
I was drawing a blank.
Okay, and mine are the 3 receivers from Seattle and Dallas Goedert. Those would be my 4. Prez?
Brown, Hurts, Devontae Smith.
Brown, Hurts, Devontae Smith. Okay,
so
you're the 3 studs from the
cheapy.
Eagles.
Dude, you were changing undies over.
Who?
There's only one dude that was making you change them during the show.
Colby Parkinson.
12 mentions.
Parkinson? Or
Quez Watkins. Yeah,
12 mentions of Quez Watkins.
Change my undies.
I don't think he's playing them.
I love when he gets the voice going.
I don't think he's playing them, though, Tony.
I had to, what? I was irritated. Hurts. It's Hurts. Don't. This is Seattle. This is Philadelphia, the Eagles. The Eagles are going to come in and smash. On any other night, it's not even a possibility that Seattle keeps this close.
But it's tonight, baby. And we're taking them. We're riding with them tonight. Let's go. Giblets 44 is the code. Get over to Run Pure Sports. Sign up. Get your 44% off your first monthly or weekly payment. And enjoy more of Prez, Big T, and myself shit-talking each other. We'll see you guys later. We're out. Let's go Seahawks, baby.